Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
We were able to scale very quickly from 0 to almost 40 doors in 2 or 3 years, essentially. So the reason we were able to do that is, number one, I had my real estate license. So I'm a realtor. It's inactive right now, but I'm a realtor. And that was a huge benefit. I never had it for the purpose of having clients. It was just for my own purposes as an investor. But it was such a huge advantage because we would deplete our savings for every purchase. But then I would represent us and I would be the buyer's agent on the deal. And so when we closed, I would get a commission check back for thousands of dollars. On the first one, I think I made $2,000, but then on later properties, I would make $10,000 or $11,000. And we would put that money towards the next down payment. So that's the biggest key for how we were able to continue to come up with down payments and scale quickly. And the other thing is that we just didn't give into lifestyle creep. So that first duplex, we were already making $500 a month in profit. And instead of saying, oh, let's live it up, we worked hard for this, let's spend a little bit more money, we said, no, let's still be disciplined for as long as we can. And we saved 100% of that $500 per month. And that helped us save even faster. And the more doors you get and the more rental income you're making, it's like a snowball effect. You can save money faster and faster. And that's essentially how we were able to keep coming up with money to buy more properties.
Oh my gosh, girl, I could unpack like all the things you said. Are you people listening to Rachel? Are you listening? Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy how many realtors don't buy rental properties for themselves because they forget about that piece. You just dropped in there like it's just as natural as it can be. When you're a realtor and you're representing yourself, you have those commission dollars that you could then designate. Do you want to take it off the price of the house? You could use it for the next property. You could use it to build your business, but those dollars are available to you to scale. And the fact that people in real estate don't buy the product they're selling blows my mind. And don't tell me it's because you can't afford it. That pretty much only applies to the super expensive markets. There are so many markets in the country, even right now. I mean, we're recording this in September of 2021, and the markets have been a little frothy. There are still value pockets. So I freaking love that you said that, but I need you to talk about lifestyle creep a little bit. And here's why. I think there's a new iPhone coming out this month. I think it's the iPhone, the 13 or 14 or whatever number they're on now. I'm never going to be there because I don't go upgrade my phone all the time. Hey, Rachel, do you think a new iPhone is lifestyle creep?
I would say, it depends because if there's nothing wrong with your current phone, then yes. If your current phone dies, then, you can get a new iPhone. That's the way I approach it.
You know what we're talking about. We're talking about that line that's going to be outside the iPhone store.
Yeah.
Because everybody just wants the new. That's lifestyle creep, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If your phone works, slow your roll. Why don't I have the third camera? Because I wasn't going to pay that extra money for it because that can go into my rental property portfolio plan because I'm adding doors myself. If that keeps me from buying a door, I don't need it. Think about it, y'all. It all adds up. And I love that term, lifestyle creep. It's so smart. Okay, so back to your story. I want to know, you're going to have to tell a crazy story here in a minute, but I'm freaking loving the gems that you're dropping right now for all of my realtors and my consumer followers who are all of them sitting there thinking, daggone, she's done all that by this age. How am I going to catch up? So when you decided to let go of a few doors, talk to us about that process, because I find that's a challenging moment. You don't always sell because you have to. Sometimes you sell because it's a wise decision for the next steps in your life. So why have y'all cut out a couple of the doors in your portfolio?
Yeah, thank you for asking. So one of the things with real estate for us is that it was never something we were so passionate about that we wanted to build this huge empire. It was only a means to an end. And once we got to $10,000 a month in passive profit from our rentals, that's all we wanted to do, because that would free us up to quit our jobs and to pursue what we want and to be making all this passive income on the side. So that was the goal. We hit that goal within 2 or 3 years, and we stopped acquiring real estate in 2018. Fast forward to today, we've realized that we can sell some of our rentals and be in even more alignment with our goals, because what we want to get to is just as passive income as possible. And as everyone knows who's a real estate investor, owning rental properties is not passive unless you have a property manager. And even if you do, there's always an aspect of manage the manager. So it's not 100% passive. And I've never sold it that way. I mean, it's a lot more passive compared to a 9-to-5 job though.
Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.